the kidneys also have a taste, and if they have a taste, what kind of taste fits the kidneys?
You are asking kidney, the favorite taste of kidney?
Yes.
Kidney's function is to purify the blood. It is interested in diuretic properties which expel the urines easily. The filtering process always like bitter and astringent taste.
腎臓は何の味ですかって聞いてて、腎臓は尿をこして排出するところなんで、このこすっていう作業があるところは全部渋み苦みです。Yes. You said
bitter and astringent taste.
Yes,
both are good.
Yes. No, my question. Sourness increase the body weight, but what about the sweetness?
Sourness increases your fat. Sweetness increases your muscles or your non-fatty weight increase your body weight. It is basically goes to the muscles. But whereas sourness, it will go to fattiness. When the fattiness increases, it will make lot of kinds of resistance to the channels flow. Like if it goes into the blood, it will make a heart block. Whereas if your body size increases, the OJS increases, your muscle increases, up to certain extent it is not going to make danger. So the sweetness cannot make fat.
甘みは太らないんですかっていう話をしたんだけど、酸味は脂肪を増やして甘みは筋肉を増やすそうです。
So we call sweetness as dasha in Sanskrit, muscle. Dasha in Sanskrit.
Yes. で、脂肪は詰まっていく質があるので心臓病とかの原因にもなったりするけれども、甘いものっていうのは結局筋肉になっていくのでオージャスを作っていくっていうことになります。
That is why all over the world when you speak about the food, they will say 65% of the carbohydrate, 15% protein, 20% fat. They will speak in a rough way. So carbohydrate is nothing but sweetness. We need sweetness maximum. So without sweetness, we won't be able to survive, maintain a good health. So it is impossible. So without carbohydrate, nobody can live in a healthy life.
人間に必要な栄養素の 65% は炭水化物です。プロテインは 15% ぐらいです。なので炭水化物っていうのは甘みが主だし、その 65% を全くなくすっていうことはもう不可能なので、甘みというのは自然な甘みというのは人間にとって必要な味です。
But when you hear about sweetness, don't think it is coming from the Coca-Cola sweetness or any type of so-called poor sweetness. We call the sweetness in a healthy way that it is from carbohydrate or from medium calorie food. All the drinks, the sugar, refined sugar or unrefined, these are empty calorie which doesn't give anything else. Whereas the good carbohydrate is a different thing. So don't think when you hear the sweetness, it is the sweetness from bakery, a jalebi or rasagula or a kind of cake. No, that is all poor form of sweet. The original sweet, it is from the carbohydrate.
甘みといってもコカ・コーラとかケーキとかベーカリーとかの甘みではなくて、炭水化物の甘みのことを言っています。はい、あやさん。はい。
なんか恋人モード
回食べれば1回取る、2回食べる人は2回取る。でも例えばじゃあ2回とか1日でもなんかトイレットムーブメントが多すぎる人にはなんか心配することもありますね。
You are talking about how many times we should go to toilet depending on how many times we eat. Once you eat, you go to toilet once. But there are some people who go to toilet and have the shit too many times in a day. Even though they eat only 2 times, they go to toilet like 4 times, and each time they have the shit coming out.
That is a kind of irritable bowel syndrome. It is a disease. It is called irritable bowel syndrome, or in another way we call it is amoebic dysentery. This is a disease, not health eating.
腸過敏性症候群の可能性があって、その栄養が出過ぎちゃって貧血になる人もいます。だからあまりいいことじゃない。
Mostly it is related with the mental stress. Some people, when they want to go out of the home, they are good, but just going out to the car, they get a thing. They are just wanted to hear something very strong, then they want to go. So they are the people. It is when you look to such disease, it is a mind-oriented disease, not the body-oriented disease. So for that you have to to strengthen your mind, you have to do something like yoga is a kind of system of healing according to the science of Ayurveda, which will strengthen your mind or your sattva bodha. So you have to do something like this for a get a result. In the modern medicine, they have no treatment for this. You can go to the Bible of diagnosing and details, you will find there is no treatment in the modern science.
あとはメンタルストレスじゃないかっていうふうに言ってて、現代ではそれを治す薬がないです。Any question?
Yes. You said reheating is poisonous, and for me it's a hard point to understand because sometimes I like to reheat my something that tastes nice, reheat it one day later, and I try to understand what is the process, what makes it poisonous. That is, it's better to, for example, if we have leftovers, we usually here in the Iceland eat it cold instead of reheating. And why is it better to keep it cold instead of reheating?
If you keep the food more than 3 hours, it will start to be a house for bacteria. So that is the main reason. And if you keep longer and longer, the bacteria's number will be more and more, which will do more harm to your stomach. But there are some food which you can keep, not all the food. So certain foods you can keep it, and that is very less in number. Like a rice, you cooked, if you put it in the water, and you can eat that next day, but still it will become sour, it will increase your body fat. But if you take the water next day morning to take that for drinking, we call Niraharam. This is a kind of drink which will cool your body. If you are working in a hot temperature like Tamil Nadu or wherever it is extreme hot, you will get a shade from sour food, which is mildly sour. So if you are working in very hot sun, you are supposed to take 1 day old rice, not 1 day old dish. Because 1 day old rice has the capacity to make some kind of probiotics in you, but this will not happen with the dish. So basically, if you eat a food which is after 3 hours, according to the science of Ayurveda, it is a dead food. Life is no more there. You can fill the stomach, you can feel the taste, but it is not going to give life to you. It is a dead food. There is no life in that.
食べ物をなんかキープすることについて質 質問してたんだけど、なんでバクテリアが発生しちゃうんですかっていう話だったかな。なんだけど3時間以上経てば時間が経てば経つほどバクテリアは増えていくので、食べない方が普通は食べない方がいいんだけれども、例外はあって、タミル地方でその農家として太陽の下でずっと働く人っていうのは、あえて一日古いご飯を食べて体力をつけるところがあって、その方が善玉菌、プロバイオテックが入って善玉菌が活性化されているので、そういうふうにわざと食べるところもあります。
So you are asking why I can't eat next day. Can I ask one thing? Why can't you eat that after 1 month? Why?
Yeah, more bacteria.
Why? What happens?
Yeah, more and more bacteria.
Then it is not a food, it is a waste.
Yeah.
So if the time goes, what happens after 1 day? What happens after 1 week? What happens after 1 month? It is not the food of a man who wished to be eaten in a good way. Or we call it is a tamasic food. It is the food of demon. They are not careful about what they are eating. Then you are not a human being, you are trying to become a demon. But if you are wish to become a demon, don't eat fresh food. If your wish in the life is to become a demon, we give the freedom. You can eat shit, old food, alcohol, this all you can. But we have the freedom. If one wish that I want to become an animal only, it is perfectly okay. They can do. But if you want to go beyond the animality or beyond the energy level, or we call, if you go beyond the Mooladhara Chakra consciousness, you will find some subtle happiness, some subtle peace, and you will be evolving slowly to a human being. None of us are not human beings. We are a civilized animals, but we are not human beings. If you want to become a human being, you have to do something, many things. The awareness, the consciousness has to go through in refinement, then only we become a human being. Just by standing on 2 feet, we think that we are a proud human being. We are not. So, it is a process, and giving invitation to you to remove the animal nature and become a gentle being, near to a human being. But we are as a practical side. And another way, if you allow the meat to 2-3 days, the meat and fish, if you allow 3 days, when it start to decay a little bit, it will be tasty. Because fermentation, basically, we all like fermented food when it is sour. It makes tasty. But when it comes to the alkaline acidic division, this belongs to the acidic ways. So in many ways we can say the old food is not good, but from the practical point of view, Western culture, we all keep food in the fridge. We all eat old food because you people have no time to cook well. You people have hardly any time. I heard that in Japan people will go to the train and shave, and they eat while driving the car, different things. They have no time for anything. If you want to cook a food, you know, we are starting the cooking at 3:30 and finishing around 5:30. It is taking minimum 2 hours. So if you want to cook some good food, you have to spend more time in the kitchen. And if anybody spend more time in the kitchen, they will get a long life and health. But there is no shortcut. If you go to fast food, if you go to microwave oven, this will save time, but it is not the right way.
まあ1日置くのと1ヶ月置くのと何が違うんですかみたいなことの話で、1日置いたの食べていいんじゃないですかみたいな話だったので、じゃあ1ヶ月はどうなんですかって言って、1ヶ月は腐りますっていうことで、なんで1日でも1ヶ月でも腐っていくプロセスは一緒なのでっていう話ですね。で、その腐ってる食べ物っていうのはタマス性が増えていくので、もうそれは食ではなくてゴミですと。でもデーモンの食べ物、悪魔の食べ物なので、あなたが別にデーモンになりたいならばタマスな食事を食べる自由があるので勝手に食べてくださいみたいな。 でも私たちはその人間として生まれたので、人間として進化していかなきゃいけないから、ムーラダーラチャクヤラよりも意識を上に持っていきたいのであれば、それ相応の食べ物を食べなくてはいけないです。そうでなければただ単に社交性のある動物にとどまってしまうので、人間とはもはや言えなくなってしまう。なんで動物として動物的な生き方みたいなのをできるだけこう知性によって排除していかなくてはいけません。肉とか魚は3日も置けばどうなりますか？腐っていきますよね。でも腐っていくっていうことは発酵しているので、実は食べると美味しくなる、美味しく感じるんです。で、そんな風にこう人間じゃない人は腐った肉を好んで食べる傾向があるみたいなことを言いたいんだと思うんですけど、なんか食べるっていうことに関して私たち意識が低すぎるので、特に日本なんかは朝時間がなくて車の中でシェーブしたり電車の中で食べたりしてる人がいるので、そんなんじゃ病気になるのは当たり前ですよねっていう感じで、もっとキッチンでの時間を大切にすれば健康になっていきます。
A man was leading a good life. Yoga, vegetarianism, sadvratas, the good habits, so-called good habits according to Ayurveda, good dinacharya. He is waking up so early, not like the Japanese people. They wake up so early before the sunrise. So they have good qualities. And being with all the good qualities, he can start to understand subtle things. So he understood that night he is going to die. So he called his son, I am going to die tonight at 12 o'clock. And due to the bad karmas I did in the last birth, 12 o'clock, my soul will enter into a pig. And some pig will come and I enter into that pig and I will become a pig. So you should sleep in my room. And at 12 o'clock, before 12 o'clock you should wake up. And you should try to observe me, and if I become a pig, you should chop my head at once. And if you do that, my soul will get another human body, I can be a human being again. So you should sleep with us, and they started to sleep. And around at 12 o'clock, the child started to think that this is the time to wake up, but it was a little late. Some people always comes late. So they are the late, he wake up late. It has nothing to do with Japanese people. They are very time-keeping people. So at 12 o'clock, instead of waking up in 12 o'clock, he wake up at 12:15 and he found, it was already late, and he was looking for the father, and he saw the court is empty. So he took the sword and looking for the pig, and he found the door was open. So from that day onwards, he was going to the nearby places and called his father name, Thangappa, Thangappa, Thangappa. He asked whether some pigs will respond. No pigs were responding, and one day he called Thangappa, Thangappa, that was the name of his father. One pig came and hit with his tail. Darling, I am your father. And now, you see, my darling, he said, being in a piggy form, I got a new piggy, my wife. And he saw a dozen of children. He said, these all are actually they are your brothers. And by hearing that, the boy took the sword. He said, don't kill me, because you think it is a bad life. When I become a pig, we can get, without any effort, lot of shit. Lot of unwanted things, so-called, you throw, we have no problem. And I am having a happy life. Bye, guy. And he ran away. If he stay, he is afraid the child will cut the head. So when you live a animal life, you think it is, we think it is bad. If you become only animal, you will come to know how good it is. So I don't say, it is all of your freedom to wake up or not to wake up, whether to follow the good habits or bad habits. We all have the freedom. It is your choice to become an animal, a better human, a good human. This is all our choice, our investment. But it is up to you. If you want to wake up only 7 o'clock, if you want to wake up at 9 o'clock, if you want to eat and do bad karmas, this is all you can do. Nobody is going to ask why and what. But it is a choice. it is a choice for better being, but this is optional thing, that's what we can say.
私たちの起きるのが遅いっていうことをすごい言いたいんだと思うんですけれども、朝早く起きるっていうことが健康にとってすごく大事で、ディナチャリアを守っていくと微細なことが分かるようになってきます。でこのことを理解した男性がいて、自分が死ぬ日っていうのがもう分かったので、息子に今日自分が死ぬので一旦死んだら豚の体に入るから、そしたらその豚の首を切ってくれれば自分がまた人間に生まれ変われるので、息子にもう12時に死ぬからその時間に起きて準備しといてくれみたいな話になって、で息子は分かったんだけれども、でも日本人みたいに寝過ごしてしまいましたと。で息子が起きたらもうお父さんいなくてドアが開いてて、で外に豚探しに行ったんだけど、いっぱい豚いてよく分からなくなっちゃったんだけど、お父さんの名前がタンガッパで、タンガッパって探してたら、ある豚がここだよみたいな風に来てくれて、でお父さんってなってこう切ろうとしたら、いやちょっと待ってと、自分はここでピギーライフを楽しんでいて、奥さんもできたし子供もできたし、なんかご飯もこう結構好きな感じに食べられるし、糞があってもそんなに気にならないから、これとってもいい人生だから殺さなくていいよみたいな話になって、で、言いたいのはその動物の人生になりたくないと思ってても動物になってみると結構良かったみたいな風に思ってしまうので、人間のうちから人間らしい生活をしてくださいっていうことが言いたいポイントだと思うんだけど、そのためには朝早く起きることで、これはチョイスなので、あなたたち別に早く起きなくてもいいけど、そういうストーリーでした。